Former EuroPro winner Stuart Archibald leads in the clubhouse on 6 under par after shooting a final round at 65. He began with a bogey on the first, but then finished with 3 birdies in his last 5 holes to move himself into contention here at Dale Hill.
Plenty of action still to come in this final round then, but before we get back to the course, let's hear from John at the hole playing second hardest this week.
We're at the 10th hole, par 3, absolutely beautiful. You can see for yourselves how lovely this is. All the trees wrapped around this green. It's a tiny little narrow green to come into as well. Massive bunker, huge lip at the front of the green, massive kick-off on the right-hand side, trees on the left, but it can feed down for you if you're lucky. But this hole is an absolute beauty. This could be a serious car wrecker when it comes to your round of golf. Now, I can't resist but hit one. If you don't hit the dance floor on this one, you could be looking for your ball elsewhere. Now, this is what is required. Aiming at the left edge of that nice little juicy buggy up there. Come on. You're straight at the hole. It's come up a little short, but I take it. I'd be very, very happy with that.
As I'm sure would McGee right now. Seeing that 10th hole, and when you see it for the first time, it reminds me very much of an old Harry Colt special at Pine Valley in America. Good bunkering at the front, fall away to the right, trees right and left. Nice stuff, Woodsy.
Yes, indeed. I think we're all enjoying the course this week. Not sure that can be said, though, for Paul Maddy, our leader, unfortunately, not having the sort of final round that he was after and scratching his head at the moment.
And he just needs to look at the leaderboard and see that he's right up there. In a lot of occasions, you could just get all the spike marks in the back of your neck as they all come running past you. But not today.
2 good shots from McGee and Downing. Listening to John's advice. Now this one, weight on the front foot. This is going to be tricky.
I expected that one to really release down the green, and it seemed to grab in the fringe.
Now we've seen a few very difficult putts coming across these greens, and Downing unfortunately has had his fair share of them today, and he's left them short more often than not. Great line.
50% right. See, that's the art of putting. You have to get the line and the pace absolutely right. That's why it's a game on its own. Coupland, tee shot on the 12th. Another of these lovely par 3s.
Nice shot. You say game on its own as McGee attempts his birdie to go 8 under. Just see what Rory does with this one. Again, another one of those little tricky left to righters. Doesn't drop. But Ross, have you ever been involved in any of the putting events? There's a big, strong professional putting union out in the USA.
No, I haven't, but I do. I know all about those, Simon. And putting was never my forte. Better these days, though. But unfortunately, not for Maddy.
No, I'm afraid not. Yeah, interestingly, USA Weber Cup 10-pin bowling player Chris Barnes, that you may have seen in action on Sky Sports, he's won a few $1,000s on the US putting tour.
Well, if you think out of all your clubs in the bag, this is the one you use the most.
Yeah, that's a very good comment. It's the simple comments like that that count. Oh, look at that. There we go. Finally, someone rolls one in with a bit of real purpose. Good effort from Coupland. Takes him to 7 under. And joint leadership with McGee, the teenager from Ulster. But Coupland, remember, a winner on the EuroPro Tour this year already. Now, James Webber down there on 4 under, looking to get that final round monkey off his back.
Just commit to everything. If you're going to hit a bad shot, if you can walk away from that bad shot saying I committed to the shot, I tried to hit this shot and be able to walk away with a bit of confidence even after a bad one. That's the key, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a horror show in his final round last time out for poor James. How do you recover from things like that, Ross?
I think you have to take the positives that you got into the position in the first place. That's what you've got to remember, is you're always going to have a bad round. It doesn't matter whether you're the number 1 in the world or the number 2001 in the world.
Now then, Farr did have temporary leadership of this tournament today, as did Paul Maddy, who was our leader at the start of the day, but it's been usurped. But he's playing some terrific golf at the moment. He really is.
Final group on the back 9. Now this hole playing a little under its yardage of 163. Flag's only on 11, but 4 from the right. Anything right could end up in trouble.
Right on cue, I'm afraid. Oh dear. Now then, Farr, I mentioned he's played something like 21 tournaments already this year across Europe and the USA. He's got another 6 left, and good putting from Oliver Farr, little fist pump as well. How many tournaments would you be looking for a young player like that to be playing?
Well, I think when you're that sort of age, you can play upwards of 30, 31 tournaments a year. Clever little shot, trying to bunt it into the bank. He knew he couldn't throw that one up in the air.
Yeah, I think very easy to forget sometimes the journey, the travelling involved. Then you've got your practice rounds, then you've got the tournament itself, then you've got your travel home. Oh, that's a week gone. Oh, he needs a bit of luck here. Does Saltman? Is he going to get it? There we go. Good course management, I think they call that.
In off the cush. Very nice. Par putt then for Maddy. Somehow I think this is crucial. If you can make this... Oh dear. It's just one of those days, I'm afraid, for Maddy.
Still time. Oh, great effort. Look at that from Gavins. Wow. And that just steals the outright lead just like that. Don't have to worry about the putter then, do you?
That's the shot that I thought he was going to play on the 9th. Oh, they're going in from everywhere. Webber goes to 5 under. 3 back now.
This is great stuff. So Gavins leads on 8 under, the first man to get to that score. And it's all happening around Maddy, I'm afraid. Another shot drop for him. And yet more frustration for Paul.
Couple of par 5s on this back 9, so you would expect double figures would probably win this.
Yeah, that's not a bad call, actually. We haven't talked about the final score. Smiling Richard Wallace there, happy as anything. And this is a big putt for Saltman. But double figures does look good, doesn't it? Oh, how about that? Well, takes you back to how we played in Ireland last year with that unbelievable 10 under on the final day. And that was a sweet putt.
Yeah, 6 eagles on that hole this week, and we've just seen 2 of them. Same group.
Where's this going from Farr? Oh, well, gonna have to rely on a bit of fortune there.
Yeah, I think that's gone right under the lip there for Farr. McGee's second shot, cutting it round the corner. Well, that's okay.
And our first look at Scott Fallon, another man that went out quite a way ahead of our leading groups today. But Scott, the Londoner, big Arsenal fan, produced some great golf during the course of this season. Very confident young player. Love the way he approaches his golf. Oh, here we go then.
You can see by the body language, this is coming from the back of the bunker. So it's very easy for this ball to come out a lot flatter with run.
Yeah, needed to hit the stick there or nothing. And that's what's happened, I'm afraid.
Nothing else he could do with that time, and that was literally just getting it on the green was good.
Just flicking it over that terrain and doing it well. So the teenager looking very strong.
17th hole. Been a lot of birdies here this week. Only 327 yards. Thought we were going to see another one.
There is an element of swashbuckling about the way Fallon plays. We like that.
I think that's important, you know, when you're young. I think you need to go for your shots and see what your capabilities are.
Far after that horrible bunker shot. But as Ross said, nothing else he could do, and really just fighting to save the situation. This to tie the lead. In it goes. And very confident. Rory McGee starting to show his true colours in this final round. Slightly unusual putting stance of Fallon, but works for him.
There's time yet, but it's a bogey. Goes to 6 under.
Yes, and that's what he thinks of that. So a quick check on the leaderboard to see how things stand. Archibald in the clubhouse. That's 6 under, still looking pretty good. Copeland in 3rd on 7 under, and now McGee joining Gavins on 8 under to top the leaderboard. McGee versus Gavins, head-to-head at the moment in this tournament. A shootout at the top of the leaderboard, just how we like it. More action from Dale Hill to come after the break. Stay with us.